Hey, it's Tony Cline here, and I wanted to share a little bit about our upcoming retreat. And really excited about this. There's not been anything like this in the property management space, and I really am excited to offer an invite to you. So let's get started. Let's go through here and explain a little bit about what this retreat is and what the benefits of it are. So there's going to be July 13th through the 16th. It's going to be in Keystone, Colorado. We're maxing out at the most at 13 attendees, and we're bringing in 7 experts, and I'll go through who those experts are and why I think they're a good fit for this retreat. So this retreat is a chance for you to kind of get away from the noise, come. We're having a private estate, and at this private estate, we're bringing in a private chef, and so all of the meals are going to be catered by this private chef. So you're not going to find this is not a conference. This is not something where you're going to find a bunch of vendor booths. There's not going to be any hardcore selling. This event is just for you to show up, be in attendance with other people who are like you, who are trying to build their business and do it in the right way. So what makes this retreat different is, again, it's a small group. There's no vendor pitches. We will have vendors there that are going to be presenting based on what they've learned about the industry, but they're there as an expert to help you build your business. There's not a booth. There's nothing there that they're going to be pitching or promoting. So when we wrap up, we will have a mastermind accountability group. And again, it's a luxury experience. It's a private retreat, private estate, and you can see it kind of here in the background. But if you want more pictures, just let me know, and I'll shoot you the link. But so let's get started and talk a little bit about who this is for. It's for somebody that owns your own residential property management business. Really, you need to have at least 100 doors to get any value from this, because we're going to be talking about teams and responsibilities, roles, and that kind of thing. So you want to reconnect your business to your values. It's become really clear to me after doing this coaching for years is that we really need to figure out why this business exists and how it impacts our personal life, our personal goals. It's become clear to me that really, in order for a business to be successful, it has to tie back to feeding the personal goals of the business entrepreneur. And that way we know what we need to do to have it provide the lifestyle and the values that we have for our own lives, and how the business fits into that. So we're going to create some clarity around that. And you're going to walk away with an audit of your business using our championship formula. That's our core coaching program. And so we're going to walk you through all 7 of those components. If you want more information about what those 7 components are, happy to provide you with some information about that as well. So you're going to get some clarity for your company and your personal life, like I talked about. And we're going to go through your systems, your scorecards for your KPIs or your key performance indicators, how we're going to keep people on track to achieve the things that we set out to achieve during this retreat, or even confirming things that you've already determined that you want to accomplish. Again, we'll have that curated mastermind and a sense of control and vision when you leave the group. So this isn't one of those, hey, let's get together and fill a notebook full of ideas and then go back to the office and never implement. We're actually going to be talking about the things that it will take to implement this, and there'll be some accountability along the way. So I want to introduce you to the experts. Here's just sort of a list of them, but let's go through one at a time. There's me. I've been in the property management space for about 25 years, had a very successful local property management business, merged that with a couple of other companies, operated in 6 states ultimately, and we wound up selling that to a property management aggregator. And the last few years, I've just been doing the coaching and consulting with the experience that I've had, and I've had some leadership in NARPM. And anyway, you'll get to know me a little bit more there. We've got Ben Servin, who we're bringing him out. He focuses on processes. So what we do, I'm going to help you figure out your policy, which is what we do and why we do it. And then Ben is going to bring some clarity around the process of how we actually go about doing these things, and making sure that our processes are first, they are effective, meaning they do what they're supposed to do, and then we'll figure out how to automate those to make them more efficient, and so that we can do more in less time with less effort. And Sean Johnson, he was one of a former business partner of mine, but he's actually grown a property management business to the point where he was able to sell it and retire at the age of 39. He's got some great stories about that, how he actually used his property management business to grow his own personal portfolio, his own personal wealth. And I'm sure he'll throw in a story or two about helicopters, and because he loves flying helicopters, and maybe we'll even see him bring one of those out there to the retreat. The next person is Jacob. Jacob is on my team, so he's going to help us facilitate the event, and so anything that we need, he'll be a resource for us there. Excited about these next two. So Jeremy Pound, I'm going to kind of show you Jeremy Pound and Jen Merritt. They're both from Rent Scale, and they are focused on business development, growth, and how to actually build out your sales aspects of the business. And so they're going to focus on helping you identify your target client, or they call it your ideal client, helping you build out a system where you have not just outbound, but inbound, and being able to capture those leads, putting them into a lead follow-up system. And they're going to really help you figure out how to create the growth in your company that you're looking for. Pete Newbig is an expert. He used to be one of the founders of Empire Industries, and they sold that to another aggregator called Mind. And since then, he's been focused on teams and team members. And so he's going to help you figure out your roles and responsibilities, along with how to hire the right people. He's the current owner of VPM Solutions, which is a software, an online marketplace for hiring people who are remote team members who specialize in the property management space. And so he's going to share with you not just what roles we need, but also the how to hire those individuals to make it the most effective possible, and be able to do it where you're it's effective from a financial standpoint as well. Pablo Gonzalez, he comes from a property management background, then moved into community building, and now he is one of the chief evangelists for a company that is promoting AI in the property management space, and they've got some really great solutions. So he's going to be able to focus on all three of those: his real estate background and property management background, then the community building, how to build authority in your marketplace, and then answer the questions that you have about AI and how that's impacting property management today and moving forward. So the event details, again, it's July 13th through the 16th. The location is Keystone, Colorado. It's at a private luxury estate. We've got room for 13 total attendees with 7 experts. And what's included is we've got our private luxury accommodations, our gourmet meals prepared by a private chef, all the coaching sessions. We're going to start our morning getting outdoors. You can't come to Colorado and not get outside. So we're going to start with a little bit of a guided hike. We're going to wrap up the evenings around the fire pit, and you'll get your championship formula workbook that will allow you to implement everything that we talk about over the entire retreat. You'll have a post-event mastermind assignment, so you'll be placed in a mastermind, and then you'll leave with that connection with other people there, not just the attendees, not just the coaches, but the sum of everybody that's in attendance. And then, again, I just want to wrap up. There are not going to be any vendor booths. There's not going to be any fluff sessions where you're going and listening to things that aren't relevant to your business. We're not going to tell you just to hustle harder and talk about where we're all successful. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of the business, our wins and our failures, where each one of us is struggling. So when you're looking at, hey, I'm struggling with this in my business, somebody else may identify that, and we dig deep into how to help you all out with that. And then I'm a big fan of going deep with relationships and really figuring out how we can help each other. So this is not one of those things where you're going to come in and talk about how many doors you manage and everything's great. If that's your plan, this probably isn't for you. We're going to dive deep into what's working well for you, but also where you could use some help so that we can actually get you that help as you leave the retreat. So when we get down to discussing the investment, if you are a single attendee from your company, the entire, including all of the coaching, the lodging, and all of the accommodations and the meals, it's $9,997. And if you bring somebody else from your company, they'll stay in the same room with you at the retreat. But that is $12,497. If you want to bring two attendees and add in a year's worth of group coaching, it's a significant discount. It's $11,000 discount. It's almost a third off, and that would be $24,497. So those are the investments to get the results that you're looking for. So I'm going to skip this last page where it talks about applying now. If I'm sending this to you, I want you to attend, so I'll just send you the sign up link. And if you have any other questions, reach out to me, respond to this email, and or reach out at Tony at ONYX PMC for property management coaching. So Tony at onyxpmc.com, and I look forward to seeing you at the retreat.